Hey there, I'm Patrice Washington, and welcome to Redefining Wealth, where we chase purpose, not money. In this 6-part series, I want to introduce you to the 6 pillars that create the foundation for redefining wealth. And number 4 is faith. It's about believing in something greater. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been through a lot of different trials in my life, some big, some small. But at the end of the day, my faith is what has kept me going. Through it all, hands down, no matter what. Last year, I was the recipient of the Claire Huxtable Award from an organization in Atlanta. And throughout the day, they did an icebreaker that began with, "You wouldn't know by looking at me, but." And as I sat there and pondered just over my life and the many things that I had been through, I was walking up to that stage, to that podium, to accept an award for being a mother and wife who was also able to balance being a business owner with style and grace. And it would have been really easy to get up there and just accept the award and act like it had all been easy. But I know the truth, and I knew the reality was that I would not be there in that place being honored if it were not for my faith and the ability to get through so many of the different things that I've gone through in life. So when I did the acceptance speech, I started by saying, "You wouldn't know by looking at me that until I was 25 years old, I could not look in the mirror without crying or cringing. You wouldn't know that by looking at me, the year before my daughter was born, I gave birth to a son who actually died in my arms at 1 pound 6 ounces, holding my index finger with his 2 tiny hands until he took his very last breath. You wouldn't know by looking at me or by looking at pictures of my family on Instagram that, yeah, I've been married almost 10 years now, but at 7 years in, I really got to experience what the 7-year itch was all about. And it was not an urban legend to me anymore. It actually threatened to destroy my marriage and totally take me off, I feel like, my course or my destiny. There are so many things that I've been through in life that you wouldn't know by looking at me, but I know that I don't look like what I've been through solely because I understand that my faith is absolutely the foundation for who I am and what I do in the world. My faith has reminded me that you're only 20% what happens to you, but you're actually 80% how you respond to what happens. My faith has reminded me that many of the things that you go through in life, that I've been through in life, the trials, the tribulations, they're not things that happen to me. Many of them are things that happened for me. And I understand because of my faith that I don't have to chase money, even in a world that tries to get you to chase money, because I understand that everything is really just a resource, but you have to stay connected to the source. And I know that that's why I'm still here today. So when we talk about faith at patricewashington.com, I want to share more of those things that you wouldn't know by looking at me. I want to share with you the principles, the rituals, the habits, the sacred space that I've actually created in my home to help me practice my faith more. I want to share the different things with you that have helped me overcome the obstacles that come along with wealth, because I truly believe that it is impossible to follow your purpose, to go after what you want, if you're not still and silent and in tune and in alignment with the Creator. So I want to hear from you. Have you been willing to incorporate your faith as you build your career, as you build your brand, as you build your business? Or is it something that you've shied away from? Because I also understand that. So if that's you, stay connected to me at patricewashington.com and make sure you tune in to part 5 of Redefining Wealth.